What's up, YouTube? This is your boy J King, aka Disc Change in YouTube community. Shout outs to the Yugi2 community. Shout outs to United Duelists, Yu-Gi-Oh! Selling Trading, Short Circuited Olympians, Duelists at the Round Table, everybody. We're approaching that. This mainly will be a video just be for my group, saying, hey, like, we're supposed to be talking the difference in skill levels. One of the points I want to say is, even though you have the same deck as everybody, can you perform at the same level that they are playing at? No, there's clearly always going to be a level of difference. Not saying to be like, hey, be bashful or anything, but there's a reason why some of these players are called the best, and the reason they're called pros. It's not because they're just running the current tier 1 meta decks, and some of them don't even run tier 1 decks. They'll troll the shit out of your ass, with the tier 2 deck, or just bring out monarchs and all that stuff on you. So this is to say, hey, stop complaining, just get better at the game, know your rulings before you go into any kind of event, so that way you may not be screwed over, and that way you can outthink your opponent. Because right now, and it's always been the skill level of any opponent. You're facing somebody, you gotta try to be better than them. You don't have to make excuses and be like, hey, he's using a tier 1 deck, I'm using a tier 2 deck. Hey, he's bad, he's garbage. Nah, guess what? Most of the time, that the person that's actually garbage and actually bad is yourself. Because I've proven point, from other perspective of players and from myself, that we be facing the same opponent and constantly 8 out of 10 matches we'll still beat them even though we're using the same deck. We can outthink them most of the time. Just make them think what they want, that the game is going on their current side, and we can just be holding back until they've fully gone out, and they can lose that side of edge where they just don't finish off, or they get a little too cocky. Because it has happened before. Most Inzektor players, they'll be like, why are you main mind control? I see a lot of Inzektor players in my locals. Yeah, I probably will be seeing them a lot at Nats. I use mind control because it's also a plus just to go into XE level 3, rank 3, and then if it's an Inzektor player, the mirror match, it does amazing things. It just gets me off the loop, and I still get to normal summon and just go even more. Also, like the current main decks, it's just choice between people of how they want their deck run. Some people were telling me, hey, use this card. I'm like, hey, but that card does not work for me. It may be the best option for you, but it's not the best option for me. I have a different way of thinking than you. I accept your thoughts and ideas, but we're not all the same. Not every build is the same head to toe. Everybody has a different way of thinking and of playing. Some are more aggressive, some are more casual back. And that's what most people fail to see nowadays. Everybody's like, hey, that's the same deck that I seen just 5 minutes ago. No, it's not. Everybody has a different engine. Everybody has a different playstyle. And everybody runs a different type of text in the main deck and in the side deck. If you've seen like my side deck, it's not the same as everybody else's. It's actually quite different, and it's because the way I see the meta and how I go towards it. So right now, the meta. What is the meta? Meta right now is a tier 1 decks, just like Chaos Dragons, which I really love them, but I just hate that at this time they're only considered the best just because of the Chaos version, and because I'm like, when I first started going to competitive level, I actually started out with Disaster Dragon. When I first started the game, I played Geminis, which was from the Warrior Structure deck most people wouldn't even use ever. but I love that it taught me much about the game, and Dragons really taught me a lot more. And so just right now to see them at their current state, I'm like, hell yeah, fucking Dragons are the best. They always were. And it's just now everybody's bandwagoning them, and that's the only reason why they're considered number one. But hey, sometimes you gotta take it. Sometimes you don't like it. Sometimes you do. But that's life. Windups are going to be seen. Everybody's hyping it up. That's what they're doing. We may not even see that many wind-up players at Nats, but just because everybody's hyping it up, everybody's expecting it, everybody's going to price. The price is going to shoot up again for Max C. That's a given point. I'll still pick them up for cheap as hell. Hit me up. Yeah, 20 each. Okay, but apart from that, you'll be seeing windups. They have a really good, let's say, executional plan if they do the loop. Now, loops are considered, hey, windups, take out the hand. Nah, they can control the board too. They can bring out monsters at an insane level and, just bam, 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 do fast, and then OTK you. The same thing with Inzectors. It's not all about, hey, destroying the entire field. That's why they made Ladybug, and that's why they made Hopper for the Inzectors. Because Hornet is not always going to be the best option to go to. And I know it. I really do. Against Dragons, yes, it's pretty safe. And I actually like one of my personal techs, which is Stag. I love him. He puts the work in for most decks, and especially in the mirror match, to be able to take out so much of the opponent's field and graveyard. Let's see what other decks we'd probably be seeing. Evils, 6 Samurais because of the structure deck. So Konami was doing a good thing. Hey, 6 Sams, everybody expects to see a upset, because the first thing that happened on YCS was everybody trolling the shit out of everybody by saying, hey, 6 Sams won. God damn. Who would expect that deck to win? Not many. But because of that, ingenuity is happening. Decks that are not supposed to win. And why? Because of the level of players or the skill difference. Just because you just run a tier 1 deck does not automatically say that you're going to win. It doesn't. That's how life is. You gotta understand that not everybody's the same, and not everybody thinks like the same way for the meta. Some people are more advanced, and that's why OCG wins most of the time. Bro, just stop complaining. That was the current meta of like what decks you're gonna be mainly seeing. Like I said, last chance qualifier you're gonna be seeing. Final Countdown, Chain Burn, mostly just because everybody wants their invite, and props to them because they really do want it. But I wanted to win it in my own style too, and I wanted to prove it with the current deck that I think is the best, and is the best in the OCG. But that was my current thoughts on everything. I hope you liked the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I hope to see y'all, most of y'all in Nats. Hit me up, go join my group, I do list of Yu-Gi-Oh! Add me on Facebook, Jonathan Arias, Arias, and I hope y'all have a great night. Peace.